right, let's talk about gold here. We're going to talk about the holdings for this Fidelity fund, the performance, and dividends. The Fidelity Gold Fund I invested in because it was two places on a low. It got down to 19 when I bought, but it got down to its low in the 18s. And also, as of late, all of a sudden, gold is kind of a popular buy due to what's going on with the economy. So, right now, gold's kind of on a run. I went from 1924. I'd love to get to 25.26. So, what are we buying when we buy this gold fund? If you middle click on this hold or holdings, you'll get the top 10 holdings. And what I like to do is click on this during the day and see how it's doing. So at 12:30, 12:45, I take a look at how these are doing. If I'm in position to sell and these are all green, I'll make a sell. If I'm in position to buy and these are all red, I'll make a buy. So position for sells or buy is based on my percentage gains from the last purchase or its last highs and lows. So that's what you're buying when you are basically buying gold. Probably most of these companies you don't even recognize. If I go back here, I don't know if you recognize these names or not, but all of these are affiliated with gold. So we also have the performance. So if you middle click or click on the performance, you get this. You get kind of a feel for the market here, its biggest gains and losses. So if you look here, it's never had 20% at any given moment. Not even the category has had up to 20%. So if I look down here, its annual returns, the best annual return is 26.35. If you hit more, there's a lot more here. You see that the gold's had some down years. But I like to buy on the dips and see if I can't gain from that. I sold off some in 2022. And then it's kind of had a little bit of a dip, so I've decided to buy back in. 46% biggest it's ever had at any given year. 34% were the two biggest numbers it's ever given. So looking at those doesn't seem exciting. Or 37%. You do get some years though where you're over 20, 30%. Anything over 12% is considered pretty solid. 20% would be a very solid investment. But you can see this is why I like to pull money in and out, because when we're up, a lot of times it goes right back down. But when it's down, it gives you an opportunity to have bigger growth up. Now, the reason why I'm looking to sell at a 20% gain is when I look at the quarterly earnings, very rarely does it get to 20%. In fact, 1, 2 times that I'm seeing right off here, 3 times it's ever beat 20%. Can quarter number 2 be a 30-40% quarter? It would be great. Right now I'm at 20%, so I got to contemplate whether or not I want this to sell. So typically I don't watch too much until I'm getting close to a sell, and what's making it a sell at 20% is not so much that it's up 20%. If I were up 20% in 1 year, I probably wouldn't really consider a sell. But having 20% in less than 2 months is pretty significant. So therefore, I'm keeping my eye out and watching to see if maybe we will take some profits off. I'm looking for 25.26. Hard thing about holding gold though long term is you always get dividends. So about a third of how much money I have invested in this is actually coming from my dividend reinvestments. Alright, so these are the things I look at when I'm buying gold using this Fidelity fund. It's in my IRA account, not my 401k, not my Roth IRA, and not my non-brokerage account. This is an IRA account, so I can trade money without having tax consequences right away. Again, as always, I'm not telling anybody to buy anything. I'm only sharing what I've been doing as people are curious as to why I buy and sell and when I buy and sell.